Hey besties, Wiggins Hair sent us over this gorgeous unit. It's definitely giving silk press on my natural hair like it's growing out of my scalp. Stay tuned if you guys want to see how to get this look. Once again, thank you to my besties at Wiggins Hair for sending me over this unit. And without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Hey bestie girls, as you guys can tell, Wiggins Hair sent us over a unit, and baby, when this box came and I seen this lace, I was so ready to put it on, because if you know, you know, good lace can honestly make or break a install, especially for a glueless wig. And then it also had the adjustable band in the back, which I love because it helps secure and help that wig stay looking glueless all day long. Now for the install portion. Only thing I did was I secured my band around the back of my head, and then I slightly pulled the wig over my head. I adjusted it because I had it a little bit too tight and I didn't really want a middle part. So what I did was I shifted the wig over to the left side of my head so that the hair would fall to the right side. And people be acting like wig installs and stuff are so hard. No, the wig install is not hard. What's hard is when you have a hair or a wig that's just simply a bad wig and you have to do too much work. Like, baby, I'm not a professional at all, which is why I love hair from Wiggins Hair, because when the wigs come, they literally be almost ready to go. So after I finished shifting my wig, it was time for me to adjust my part. Since I did take it from a middle part to a side part, I went ahead and just started reparting the wig. Now, something that you can use to help when you're reparting your wig is a wax stick. It just kind of molds the hair in place so it'll stop flipping over, because y'all know when you get a new wig, you know how it be real silky. The silky hair just don't want to stay. So after I finished getting my part to where I want it to be, I took my wax stick just to mold down my part and make sure those hairs were not going to be flying around, because baby, when I have a wig, I really like for it to look like it's growing out of my head. A fresh silk press is what I like for it to give. And to help it give that, I went ahead and took my hot comb and I had it on the hottest setting, which is a 20. I got this hot comb from Amazon, and I just went ahead and straightened out that hair. And as y'all can tell, that little section that's right there still in my face, that is my section that I'm going to cut off at an angle to be my baby hairs. I know some people hate baby hairs, but I'm not one of them. Sometimes I like a wig that's just seamless with no baby hairs. I like a little baby hair, not gonna lie. So I am doing a glueless method on this wig once again. So I took my Eben spray, and this is the water resistant one. This is like the best one I've ever used. So what I did was I basically sprayed a little bit, because you want to take your time and do it in sections. Otherwise, you just end up with a bunch of glue on top of your head or a bunch of hairspray on top of your head that's in a mess. And I took the end of an edge comb. You can take the end of a hair comb, whatever, just something small enough to fit under that lace. So I took my blow dryer, and I like to use my blow dryer on a cool setting until I really get to know the wig, because with some of the blow dryers, if they're too hot, it will damage your lace. So make sure you do it at a cool setting. And then once it got really sticky and tacky right there, I just simply set my lace on top of it, and you can already see the lace was starting to disappear. Another thing, it's not really hard to melt a wig. Some wigs just don't have good lace, but every single time I get a Wiggins wig, it goes bye-bye. As you can tell, it's very seamless, and it's very easy to do. Going into 2025, baby, we got hairstylists at home. Every now and again, I like to spoil myself and go get my hair done, but it's something just so relaxing about knowing you can literally do your own hair at home. It saves money, it saves time, and it also helps you build a skill, because one thing about it, them hey boo text messages be coming out, and I can't stand them. When I get a hey boo text message, I'll roll my eyes, and then I just know I can go home and throw on me a wig, because I done learned how to do it myself. And then the little side of the wig that was laying on top of my ear over here, y'all, it was tearing my ear up. I should have left my ear out, but I didn't. And if you know me, you know I have a bunch of piercings in my ear, one which is fairly new, and it was definitely hurting my ear over here. So use that to your discretion. If your ears start hurting because you know something's laying on top of them, make sure you don't lay your wig over your ear. But anyways, still going in small sections and using my blow dryer on and cool. Still going in with the bottom of this edge brush to just slowly push the lace onto that product, because you want to work in small sections. I'm telling you, otherwise, take it from me, you're gonna end up with a big mess. Because as you can tell, I kind of was in a rush over here, and I sprayed a little bit too much product. So you can see me trying to go back and fix what I messed up by trying to be in a rush. Take your time. That is what helped the wig look seamless. When you go get your hair done, they don't be rushing. They take their time. And the tips of the wig, like right here on the end, make sure you lay that, because if that start lifting up and moving around, the whole entire wig is going to be slipping back, and your head going to be looking like Megamind. So take your time. And as you can tell, just look at how the lace is disappearing. Now what y'all gonna see me do here in a little bit is I'm gonna use another product that's gonna help melt the remainder of this lace into my skin. Regardless of the fact, I feel like no matter what product you use, it's still a wig. So if you looking close enough, you're gonna know that it's a wig. But that's why don't nobody need to be that close to you. Step back, boo, give me 50 feet, okay? This Even product is actually a product that I've never seen before. I don't know if I've been overlooking it or what, but it was my first time ever trying it, and it is a little bit runny, as you can tell, so make sure you go in small sections with that foam as well. But if you just can tell, the way this wig is looking very much so laid. So I went ahead and I took some of this little serum and I put it on the top of the wig, because my next step after this was going to be cutting the baby hairs, and I try to work in sections that just make sense. It just made sense for me to apply my serum before cutting my baby hairs. So this is the portion of me cutting my baby hairs. Cut them at an angle and get you a small section. If your baby hair section too big, it's gonna look crazy. I'm telling you, a tiny section. Cut it at an angle, and then I used a mini curler to kind of curl that. You don't really have to do this part, but since I've begun to do this part, it really helps the hair lay down right there. So then I took this little lace bun. It's basically like, what's the stuff, like Gorilla Snot or Got To Be, same thing. If those are the products that you have at home, use those products. Don't be going to the store buying unnecessary stuff, y'all. A little bit goes a long way with this product. I just lightly tap it onto that section of baby hairs, and once you tap it, laying your baby hairs is really like a flick of the motion. And the motion that I like to use is I like to pull it forward and then slick it back. I don't really know how to explain it, but you can kind of tell how I'm like pulling it forward in sections and then slicking it back, because when I just try to go straight back, it just gives hell no. I don't be liking it. And once again, I know a lot of people don't like baby hairs, but the good thing is this is my head and this is my wig and this is how I like my side part to look. So if you don't want baby hairs on yours, don't do the freaking baby hairs. But for the girlies who do, I'm just showing them how I did it. And then the little tip of the baby hair was trying to give me a hard time, so I had to end up going back and fixing that, which y'all will see at the finished product. But right here, I know it looked a little bit crazy. I took my hot comb and I just flattened out the top of that wig. I mean, you really just couldn't even tell me that this was not growing from my scalp. I had just took down some braids. I was just craving me a little like bust down to the side, and this one ate the girlies up. I was so in love with my hair when I finished. I took a little bit more of that Eben waterproof spray because I could still see a little bit of the lace in the front that wasn't completely laid down, and I wanted to make sure it was fully covered in product before I put on my melting band. And me and this band, we're really not friends. We really don't get along because it be tearing my ear up. And I know some big influencers like E. Kane, they say wear the band for 2 hours. Me personally, I only had about 45 minutes to wear this band before it started to give me a major freaking migraine. So while I was wearing my band, I went ahead and I kind of brushed out the curls that came in it. If you like super tight curls, you could have just basically worn it like that. But I wanted mine to be a little bit looser, and I also wanted to cut some layers in the front. So that's what I went ahead and did. I cut me a few layers in the front, and I don't know why it was giving me such a hard time, but I just like the way the hair falls in my face better when I cut small layers throughout the hair. So that's my reasoning for that. If you don't like layers, if you don't want to cut your fresh new wig, don't cut it. But I love the way it falls. Like, just look at it. And then I really didn't even have to recurl the hair because, as you can tell, even after I brushed the curls out, it still just gave super curly in style. But since I did cut layers in the hair, which I'm going to do on the opposite side as well, I did recurl the hair just slightly in the front, just to make it look more seamless, more put together, and not just like I just chopped it off and forgot about it. Wig installs can be so easy and so self-explanatory, and I hope this tutorial helped all the new besties and all the babes who want to learn how to do their hair at home and be a baddie on a budget, because that's definitely me. If I could save me a buck or two, I'm gonna save me a buck or two, and I'm gonna look cute while I'm doing it. But I'm pretty much done rambling y'all ear off. At the end, I'm just about to give a slight review and overview of this wig. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching.
Okay, y'all, so I just finished installing this wig. Now, I did go and recurl the front just because after I cut the layers, the curls were kind of messed up and they weren't falling how I wanted them to fall. So I went ahead and just touched those up. And baby, this wig is popping. It's popping. It's tea. I didn't use any glue. Only thing I used was that spray that I showed you guys, and I did a little slick baby hair over there. Nothing too much. It's definitely giving silk press, fresh out the scalp. Just left the salon getting a blowout. It is so tea. The hair is so soft and thick, as you guys can tell in those clips where I was showing y'all how thick and full this unit is. Thank you to my besties over at Wiggins Hair for sending me over this beautiful unit. Make sure you guys check out the link down below in the description bar for all of the links to the hair, to the website, to the socials, everything you guys need to know. That is all for today's hair video, bestie girls. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.